Okay, here's some other stuff to have, and didn't really fit in all kind of in one nice category, so I kind of put this in the other category. So one thing I've mentioned before is if you wear contacts or glasses, go get a cheap set of glasses and keep a backup pair in your bag. So people don't really think about that, but I wear contacts, and if you're going out somewhere and you have a problem with your contacts or you're out for an extended period of time, obviously that's not going to be sustainable, so have some glasses as a backup and keep that in a nice hard case. You know, pick them up for cheap. Knife sharpener for all your blades. So I've got 3 knives in my bag, and this is a nice little thing you can get for cheap. The top is, or this part right here is a little V-shaped, and it's carbide, and the bottom one is a little smoother, fine for ceramic, for a finer edge, and they just, you know, you run it through and pass it through. Basic little sharpener, nice to have. The other option is get a sharpening stone, and you know how those work. This is just a multi-tool, which is great to have. So not only, you know, pliers, but inside here you've got all the fold-out Swiss Army type stuff. You've got can openers, screwdrivers, knives, all the other little tools you might find useful. Duct tape. The only drawback for this is it's pretty heavy for its size, and it's kind of bulky. So, but it's very useful, and I don't know. I keep it in my bag for now. I've got room for it. So just an option to think about. A roll of duct tape can be used for a lot of stuff. Zip ties. These are great for lots of good things. So these are very light, and I'd recommend just to have a little pack of those in there. LED headlamp. These are great. You can pick these up online for pretty cheap. I got these, I don't know, for about $3 or $4. And get LEDs and get one with a lot of lamps, because nowadays they're fairly bright. But get one that has, you know, 7, 8, 9, or 10 LEDs, something like that, and they will last a long time with the battery life, and they're handy as hell. You strap them on your head and you use them for working or, you know, hiking or whatever, and it's hands-free operation. These are just a great item to have. This is a crank emergency radio slash a lot of things, but has a crank on the side. Do that. So, and it has a siren on it too, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you need a signaling device. But it has an AM/FM radio switch, and then down here below you can see it has a little port for a charging. So if you get the right connector here, you can charge, you know, cell phones and devices like that if you had to. Which I haven't tried to use it with this, but it'd be a nice thing to have. Another option would be to get one that's solar powered as well, but this is just strictly hand crank. And of course it's a flashlight and a beacon. This is interesting. You might want to have, this is more for kind of worst case scenarios. This is a lockpick set. Now inside you've got a bunch of these rake tools for varying types of locks, and you know, the torque wrenches. So there's tons of videos on how to pick locks, and you can practice on your ones at home. And you know, you think about it this way: if you're out in a worst case scenario somewhere and you don't have what you need, this could help you get what you need. And you know, think about it. It's a good thing to have. They're fairly cheap to buy, but obviously you have to know how to use them, otherwise they're useless. This is a belt, nylon belt, like I mentioned the other one, but it's a money belt. So what do you do when you're out traveling? You could put this in a lot of categories, self-protection or whatever, because you know, there may be a situation when you're robbed. From simply going on a vacation to, you know, being in a bad situation where you know, people are starting to rob people on the streets. You can keep your valuables in this, and again, it's a redundancy thing. So maybe you have some in your shoe, you keep some in your wallet, but if something goes wrong and you get robbed or you get separated from everything else, you've got this, and this is simply zips, the back zips open about halfway down, and you can keep coins or, you know, $10 bills or whatever. I happen to keep some bars of silver in here. So these are all 1 ounce bars of silver, and I keep about, I think it holds about 12 or 13 of them. So that's more of a worst case scenario, but they're awfully handy. I mean, just as a belt, they're handy, but you know, if you're traveling and you want to have a backup place to put small valuables and money, this is a great thing to have, and I recommend having it. So just coil it up and put it in your bag and keep it stocked. You know, put, you know, whatever, $10 bills or some silver coinage or whatever you want to put in here. So that's it for the miscellaneous items. Hope you enjoy. Watch the other videos. Thank you.